I got into printmaking because I got into the idea of street art a while ago in high school. And now I'm sticking with it because I really like the idea that analog mediums should be preserved. And that's the same reason that I'm huge on the records coming back sort of thing, is that I really like the authenticity of doing something without a computer. Like when I finish a...
Physical.
Yeah, the physicality of it, especially. The last 2 prints that I did were lithographs on stone and aluminum. And one was like this 2 cranes lifting up beams of steel that was inspired from what I saw going on at Fort Point, which is a neighborhood I don't really like the state of right now. That part of town bums me out. And I felt so bummed out that I just drew that on the train back. And then I drew like vultures circling around it. And obviously the symbolism of that is kind of, you know, it's kind of, ooh, vultures coming in for the carcass, you know, like the condo is the carcass and the dead animal is your tired soul after seeing all of that development. Yeah, but other than that, I use vultures a lot. I did a series of etchings about vultures, and the vulture always to me is the developer, the people in control who are changing the neighborhood against the will of the people who live there, who are represented in turn by pigeons, sometimes seagulls, you know, birds that are more adapted to the human environment that we create, and they're a little bit more humble, I guess, more mundane. You know, even a sparrow sometimes occasionally will make it in there. It's just down-home dirty birds. Mm. Those are the city dwellers to me. And so there's one print of the pigeon Jesus, I think is what someone referred to it as. And it's like this pigeon in a derelict city that's like trying to get a hold of like the people who live there. I think it will just always be a way to get just information out there, which at base is what art is trying to do. So I think it makes a lot of sense to be interested in it. I think animation came as, when I say do, or when you just said do it in a sense that of do it in school and do it for a living, that I feel like sort of unfairly came first, because the interest in printmaking always seemed like a peripheral thing. Like, oh, this is a way of making an image, but the real game here, the end game, is animation, you know? There's definitely the bias of animation seeming more lucrative than print. So that's always been there. I feel like, looking back, people have always been nudging me to go towards the idea of like, all right, well, you made this image. This is a drawing. This is a print. This is whatever. What are you going to do with it? And people just throughout my life have never been happy with, oh, it can just live on its own. And they said, well, okay, how are you going to make money? The classic, you know, oh, what job are you going to have? So that kind of turned into, you know, mainly my family going, oh yeah, animation, that's doable. Yeah, you should pursue that. Yeah, we'll sign you up for animation classes. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then when I got to college, I fell back into the wormhole of printmaking, because I love both of those things. And that's when I decided that I was going to double. Is when I talked to one of the animators and I was like, is this stupid that I'm kind of doubting myself now? And she was like, no, honestly, go for it. I was like, yeah, okay, go for it, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? Just like problems. They're everywhere. Just everything that I do. You think you have an answer, but you just got more questions. I did a short animation for Animation 1. And it was comprised of about 60 frames. And the assignment was to create an animation with 2 loops in it. So it's a lot of reusing the same frames. And I thought, what a perfect opportunity to make a bunch of prints and animate them, and I did. And what resulted was this litho animation of squids doing lithography. And the joke was that squids have ink inside of them. And I got to show my animation professors and my printmaking professors, and they were both like, this is great, you know? And the animation people were like, holy shit, printmaking, wow, that's crazy that you did that. And then printmaking people were like, oh my god, the print is moving, wow, you know? So I thought it was, and I felt so good in that moment. I felt like there's truly is a way that they can live together. I mean, I really hope that there are not a lot, but some opportunities to work with printmakers interested in animation or vice versa. Work with animators who are in love with print or film. Filmmakers, yeah. Or filmmakers. Since this video is probably being shown to a lot of filmmakers, I'll just give a little shout out. Whatever. Yeah. I'm Izzy. I'm Izzy Liberti, and I'm a sophomore at Massachusetts College of Art and Design, and I'm studying animation. And next semester, I will be double majoring in animation and printmaking.